right. Henry's ahead in the count, 0-1. He comes set, here's the pitch. That's hit foul down the first base line. So he started him with a fastball, threw a changeup. See what he comes back with. And I just dumped some sparkling water all over myself. 0-2. I think Henry's going to come back with a fastball. We'll see. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Dash throws him out at first base. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. So fastball, changeup, fastball was a sequence there. We'll see what the sequence is on this next hitter. I'm going to make my way up to the press box, folks. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, strike 1. That was a fastball in case you were checking at home. Oh, 1. Henry's taking his time out there. Changeup. That looked pretty good. Did not look bad, I'll say that. Henry comes set. Out. Changeup hits hard to shortstop. Clint fields it, makes the throw for out number 2. Ty overthrows on the throw around the horn, so they're 1 for 2 on throws around the horn. All right, folks, I'm going up in the press box. Haven't been here since the start of the last game because of the music. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 1. Not a super high press box here at Rothwood Park, so it's difficult to see exactly where the plate is. But I'll give you my opinion nonetheless. That's swung on a miss for strike 1. 1-1 count. Henry comes set. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for ball 2. Here's the pitch. Changeup is left upstairs, ball 3. 3-1. Henry's got some work to do to come back after this hitter. It's a much better view from up here. I can see a lot more of the field. I'm not stuck just looking at everything except for third base and left field. It's hit foul and out of play down the first base line, strike 2. Full count, 2 outs, top of the first inning. Foul ball. Out of play. See if he's going to get brave and throw that changeup. Be good pitch. He's hit the outside corner the last 2 times. It'd be great if he could throw a changeup on the outside corner right here. He does. Fouled off down the third base line. So, see what he goes with here. I'd probably come back with fastball. I think after showing him the changeup like that, I'd come back with fastball. I'd probably come back on the inside corner though. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Henry uses 13 pitches. He gets 2 strikeouts. Good play. It's short by Clint. Pirates defensively look a whole lot better that inning than they did the entire first game. Scorpions score no runs on no hits. They don't leave anybody stranded. We head into the bottom of the first inning tied at 0. I hope everyone can hear me today. If you can't hear me, let me know. I'm going to check the YouTube. Man, look at how old I really am. The YouTube. I think I can hear myself. Hold on. Waiting. We're checking. Yep, I can hear myself. We got one YouTuber. Thank you, YouTube fan, whoever you are. We greatly appreciate your viewership. Let's see how many fans we got on Game Changer. All right, we got 4 viewers on Game Changer, 1 on YouTube. That only adds up to 5. Come on, folks. We need some more. Tell your friends. Tell your family. We're live from Rothwood here in North Houston. We're actually, I think this is either Spring or Klein. I'm not sure exactly what this is considered, but it's North Houston Metro. We're here. We appreciate you being out. But we need more people listening. 5's not going to cut it. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your friends' family, and tell your friends' family to tell their family that we're live. Today's game is also going to be brought to you, like the first game, by Photography by Emily. Photography by Emily, making ugly people look good since 2015. All right, here we go, folks. Henry is leading off for the team formerly known as Pirates. He stands in, gets the sign. Or sorry, he didn't stand in. He looked down to get the sign. Now he's getting in the batter's box. Pitcher takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch. Henry hits that one off the end of the bat to the third baseman. That's going to get through for a base hit. So Henry with the leadoff single. I don't think he's going to be super thrilled about how he hit the ball, but a hit is a hit. That brings up Ty the hit guy, looking to do some damage here. Throw back over is not in time. Henry's safe. Pitcher looks in, gets the sign. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Henry takes off. Swing and a miss. Henry might be thrown out. He was thrown out. He slid right into the tag. All right. Coach Ben is asking for a... Didn't look like he was out, but, I mean, the throw was there. Didn't look like the tag got him, but he did call him out. So, I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to get a umpire conference here. And the umpires confer, and they still say he's out. So 1 out. Ty the hit guy's got a 0-1 count. That one is popped high, but to second base. Second baseman makes his way in and makes the catch for out number 2. Scorpions weren't quite sure what to do going around the horn there. The second baseman caught it, threw it to the shortstop, and then shortstop wasn't sure what to do, so he just threw it back to the second baseman, who then threw it to the third baseman. That was good. I like that. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 1. Brenner is up. There's the 1-0 high, ball 2. Here's the 2-0. That one's hit out in the left center. That should get down. It does. A little bloop single gets down for the second base hit of the inning. So Brenner's on first base with 2 outs. It brings up Luke Lunar Landers, a.k.a. the White Michael Jordan. Throw is in time, and Brenner got picked off. Well, I'm not sure what's happening here, folks. The Pirates did not come ready to play. So they got thrown out. 2 different kids got thrown out on the base pass. That's unacceptable. I mean, it's not because they're playing 12U baseball. I'm just saying, for typical Pirate baseball, that is not acceptable. That's not how they play baseball. Defensively, we've got a few changes. Henry is still on the mound. Coach Ryan is making his way out to see if he can get on the depth chart at catcher. Ty's going to be at third. Preston's going to be at first. Brenner is going to be at short. Kelby's going to be at second. I think it's Clint out in left. It's hard to tell, honestly. Yeah, Clint's in left. It's like Dash is going to be playing center field, and Travis is going to be playing right. Sorry, Dash is going to be playing right, and Travis is going to be playing center. So that means Luke is behind the plate. It feels kind of like one of the last games they played. These boys are just kind of lethargic. They just don't have a whole lot of pep in their step. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Not a ton of pep in their step. So, anyway. See if they can put it together here. They had a good last inning. Let's see if they can put another good defensive inning together here. All right, folks, let's talk about the, let's try to decide what we should talk about, actually. Haven't heard back on my trivia question. The Final Countdown, the song by Europe. What TV character used that as his intro song when he would make an entrance on shows? That's the trivia question. We still haven't gotten any answers. I feel like the crowd's a little lethargic too. So my listening audience is lethargic. The boys are lethargic. We need to get some energy going here. All right, Henry's working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. Did not go. Looked like he might have. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. Two 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Inside ball 3. So Henry already less efficient than he was last inning. See if he can kind of turn it around here. Here's the pitch. Change up, hits softly to Preston at first. He fields it, calls Henry off, steps on first to get the first out of the inning. So Henry throwing a 3-1 changeup. He likes that pitch. One out. Down low, ball 1. It's in there on the outside corner, strike 2. Sorry, strike 1. You know what? I'm even slacking on my game, so I'm not going to call these boys out anymore. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. It's upstairs, ball 2. 2-1 count, 1 out, top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. It's outside and low, ball 3. So back-to-back 3-1 counts for Henry. See what he throws to get out of this. I think he's going to throw his changeup again. Yep, he does. Ball 4. So we're going to have a pitching change. Henry's on a strict pitch count, day 1. Ben's talking to him. Ty is going to come in and relieve him. All right, folks, we got a little break in the action. We can talk about some playoff baseball in the major leagues. So we'll talk about who's in and who's still attempting to get in. So far in the National League, Phillies have won the East, the Brewers have won the Central, and the Dodgers have won the West. The Padres and the Cubs have clinched wild card berths, so there is still one more wild card spot available with 2 games left. Looks like it's probably going to be the Reds or the Mets. And you know what? I don't even know who's playing. The Reds are playing the Brewers tonight. Let's see who the Mets are playing. And the Mets have the Marlins today. They start in about 20 minutes. So it's coming down to it for the Reds and the Mets. That's the National League. In the American League, there are 3 teams from the AL East who will be in the playoffs. The Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Red Sox. The Yankees have not yet locked up the division title. They're a half game ahead of the Jays. The Guardians and the Tigers are battling it out for a playoff spot. The Mariners have clinched the West. So Guardians and Tigers are battling it out to see who wins the Central. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to do the quick math looking at the standings. I guess mathematically the Astros have a chance, but I think it's incredibly unlikely. The Guardians have the Rangers later today, and the Tigers have the Red Sox later today. So we'll see what happens. Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. Throw down. Good throw down, just not quite in time. Good jump there by the Scorpions base runner. So Ty's ahead in the count 0-1. Just the only defensive change, Henry and Ty switched. We don't have a sub today. Will is out. I think he's playing football today, so he's not here. Popped high. I'm going to try and make that play, folks. I almost made it. I almost got out of the press box and caught that baseball, folks. I tried. Had I been standing out there, I would have caught it. Ty comes set. Here's the 0-2. Down low, ball 1. It's inside and high, ball 2. 2-2 count. The Bananas were in town last night. They're also in town tonight. So had I caught that at Banana Ball, that would have been an out. But we're not playing Banana Ball. I'm not going to catch that one. That's going to get onto the other field. Still 2-2 count, runner on second base. Here's the pitch. That's on the inside corner for called strike 3. Good pitch there by Ty. Painting the inside corner. That's 2 outs in the top of the second. Okay, we got 6 viewers now. Someone told their friend or their family or their friend's family, or maybe their friend's family told their family. So we got one more viewer on Game Changer. Let's see how we're doing on YouTube. I sent the YouTube link out if anybody wants to watch it on YouTube. That one's hit off the end of the bat. Slow roller to third. Foul ball. We got 2 watching on YouTube. So we got a few more viewers. Thanks, folks. Remember, though, we're trying to raise our viewership by more than just 2 viewers. So tell people what we're doing here. We're doing groundbreaking work here on KNOW. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Groundbreaking work here on KNOW. If you know, you know. Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard out in the center field. Travis is not going to get there in time. It's going to get past him. That's going to be a double at least. He hits the cutoff man. There's going to be a play at third. Good throw. Takes Henry off the base, though. And the Scorpions hitter is in there with a 2-out triple. Fouled off for strike 1. A 1 count, runner on third base, 1 run on the board so far, 2 outs, top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard out into left field. That's going to get through for a base hit, and another run scores for the Scorpions. Runner on first base, 2 outs. Ball's outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Ooh. I don't know where that missed. That missed inside. I'm kind of having to look around the umpire to see where home plate is. That was inside. 2-0 count. Inside, ball 3. So Ty gives up a 4-pitch walk and brings up number 7 for the Scorpions. Another courtesy runner for the catcher, who was the catcher, who is the catcher, I guess, would be the proper way to say it. I've been struggling with the English language recently. It's almost like it's not my native tongue anymore, which is not good in this profession that I've chosen to volunteer for. It's upstairs for ball 1. You kind of need to have control of the language that you're speaking, mastery of it, if you will. Here's the pitch. I don't know where that missed, folks. Maybe a little inside. Looks like the umpire wanted to call it a strike and decided not to. Here's the pitch. It's the same pitch, back to back. First one was called a ball. Second one was called a strike. 2-1. Inside, ball 3. That's in the strike zone for strike 2. Strike zone. I'm telling you guys, I'm struggling. I don't know what it is. I'm just rusty, I think. I think I haven't called enough baseball games recently. Here's the pitch. That's hit chopper to second base. Kelby fields it, makes the throw to first base, and the Pirates get out of the inning. So the Pirates give up 2 runs on 2 hits. Scorpions leave 2 men stranded. We head into the bottom of the second inning. Still very little pep in these boys' step. Scorpions 2, the team formerly known as Pirates, 0. It is warm out here, but, you know, once you're in the shade, it's not terrible. There's a breeze blowing. It's not terrible, but I could be watching college football instead of doing this. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what these boys would be doing if they weren't playing baseball. Probably watching college football. Rough day for the Razorbacks. I'd like to talk about it, but I'm not going to. Suffice it to say that Notre Dame beat us real bad. Like, it wasn't even close. It's going to be an ugly season yet again. It's been like an ugly 15 years for the Hogs. Maybe longer. I'm trying to think. I graduated from Arkansas in 2007. We were not bad. I mean, we were a 9 win team when I was there. We had Matt Jones and Darren McFadden and Felix Jones. If any of you are familiar with, 20-plus-year-old Razorback football teams or football players from 20 years ago. So they were there. So we had a great running attack. Marcus Monk was a wide receiver. He was our star wide receiver. Matt Jones had a cannon and could run like a 4.3, so he was really good. And then had a couple more years of Houston Nutt, and then he got fired, and so they brought in Bobby Petrino, and he had like 2 good seasons, and then he got into a motorcycle accident with his girlfriend, even though he was married. And it's like ever since then, we've just been like spiraling. Luke hits that one high out in the center field. Center fielder makes his way in. He's unable to catch it. So hits his glove, pops out. I think he tried to look up and make the throw before he caught the ball. Luke's safe on first. That brings up KP Kelby Pittman wearing his off-whites. They're not really off-whites, but I like calling him that. Luke gets his lead. He takes off. Catcher's got an arm. Luke with a sweet slide. I honestly, folks, I thought Luke was sliding feet first. But he slid head first. That was awesome. It looked like he was about to start sliding feet first, and then he slid head first and just kind of landed on top of the bag. That was cool. 1-0 count. Swing and a miss for strike 1. I just got 2 Cheez-Its from my daughter. That's pretty sweet. Came up here in the press box and gave me 2 Cheez-Its. Not 2 bags of Cheez-Its, just 2 individual Cheez-Its. Luke gets his lead on second. Here's the pitch. Kelby hits that one high, but foul and out of play. Might hit someone. It does not, thankfully. It does hit a tent over on the other side. Here's the pitch. That one is behind Kelby. Gets to the screen. And Luke able to advance to third on the pitch. Here's the pitch. That was a foul ball, folks. That was a foul ball. That was a swinging strike three. It sure looked like he fouled, or it sounded, not looked, it sounded like he fouled it off to me. But the ump missed that. Kelby thought he fouled it off. The catcher certainly thought he fouled it off. Kelby thought he fouled it off. But Kelby smartly just started to run down first base. He's safe. So runners on the corners, nobody out. We got 2 runners on because of 2 errors. But we'll take it. That's what happened in us last game. So we'll take it this game for sure. Move from the press box. I like the press box, but I'm going to go try somewhere else. Let's stand up for a second, though. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner, no throw down. Kelby steals, standing up. There's the pitch. It's on the outside corner, strike 1. So Travis has got a 1-1 count. Looking to drive something into a gap. There's a pretty big gap in left center. Be a good spot to hit the ball. Travis hits that one right back up the middle, right on cue, hitting something hard. Center fielder throws it into the fence. So Travis with a hard hit RBI single, he ends up at second base on the throw, and the Pirates trail 2-1. That brings up Clint, aka Clinto Bean. Umpire kind of cleaned the plate off. Pitcher doesn't like that ball because it got hit. I think he just got the same ball back. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, umpire kind of cleaned off the plate. He didn't clean it off all the way, just most of the way. So here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Clint hits that one to the third baseman. He looks Travis back, makes a throw to first. It bounces to the screen. Travis decides not to try and score. Good decision there by Ben holding him. Pirates have tied the ball game, and they have runners at second and third. Yet again, the coach makes his way out to the mound. I think he's telling them, look, guys, here's the deal. If we throw strikes and we make defensive plays, we'll get out of this inning. If we don't do that, we're going to be out here for a while, and y'all are going to get really hot. Okay? And I know you don't like being hot. I know you want to get back in, so let's throw strikes and get outs. And if not, you might not be on the team anymore. I think that's what he was telling them. I could be wrong, but I think that's the extent of most. I shouldn't say most. That's the extent of a lot of youth coaches these days is, pointing out the obvious. Here's the pitch. That is to the screen. Bounces straight back. Travis is in a tough spot, but he gets back safely. Good aggressive base running there by Travis. He's able to get back quickly. I think if the catcher had just picked it up and fired it to third instead of throwing it home, throwing it to the pitcher who was covering home, probably would have got Travis, but we'll take that. Here's the pitch. That's inside to Preston. Ball 2. All right, Preston, a.k.a. the Lumberjack, is up. Preston might be the coolest kid on this team. I mean, I like all these boys, but he might be the coolest. He's got a shoe deal. He's swinging a bat that sounds like he's playing for LSU in the late 90s. It's outside. Ball 3. He's got like a new pair of batting gloves every game. He calls time every time he steps into the batter's box. even in practice, when he's doing batting practice, he holds up his hand to call time. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 4. I mean, he's just a cool kid, man. We were playing basketball. We were playing a 3-on-3 basketball tournament over the summer. Henry and Dash and another kid that's not on the baseball team. And Preston's little sister happened to be out there, and she was playing too. So Preston was out there, but he was in Crocs, so he couldn't play. So he ended up switching shoes with his mom, and he got a little playing time in the 3-on-3 tournament. That was pretty cool too. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Ball 1. Ooh, I like Dash's batting gloves. Sorry, Dash is up. 1-0 to Dash, but they're like shiny American flag with gold. That's pretty sick. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. Ball 2. It's pretty sick. Dash's new nickname is the Artist. That's what we're going with because he likes to sketch. If you were with us last game, you would have caught that, but he likes to sketch. So his nickname, I said Van Gogh initially. I don't like that, so he's the Artist. Kind of goes along with our theme this year. Here's the pitch. Dash draws a 4-pitch walk, gets the RBI. Travis scores. Pirates lead 3-2. Brings up the top of the lineup. Henry Poole is here. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Ball 1. Henry's looking to hit something hard somewhere. Pitcher's working out of the windup. He's now throwing 5 straight balls. Here's the pitch. That's inside. 2-0. No. Here's the pitch. It's in there for called strike 2. Here's the pitch. Great. That was possibly the best take that I've ever seen any of these Pirates take. So good job there, Ty. Great take. 1-2. Two. Dash gets his lead on 3rd. Henry gets his lead on 2nd. Ty fouls that one into the screen down the 3rd base line. Ty hits that one hard to the shortstop. Henry hesitates a little bit and then rounds. That was close. So Ty with the RBI ground out. Henry advances to third. Good job there by Ty getting the job done. Brenner's using Henry's bat. Coach is making his way out. The team formerly known as Pirates lead 6-2, and we got a pitching change. So if you're wondering why Dash's nickname fits with the theme we're going for this season, just in case you haven't picked up on the theme, we are the team formerly known as Pirates in the same way that Prince was the artist formerly known as Prince. So Dash is just the artist. Prince was at the top of his game. Dash is working his way to the top of his game. So, you know what? I like it, and I got the mic, so that's what we're rolling with. If you don't like it, you can let me know. Final score for the Notre Dame Arkansas Razorbacks game was 56-13. So all my Razorbacks fans listening, we should stop being Razorback fans because all they do is let us down time and time again. Doesn't matter the sport, they let us down. We'll go around the college football landscape here in just a minute. Had to open up a chair for my daughter. All right, let's have the college football scoreboard. Texas A&M leads Auburn 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Washington is beating Ohio State 3-0 with 14 minutes left in the second quarter. I just lost my spot. Sorry, folks. If you didn't watch last night, Virginia beat Florida State in 2 overtimes, 46-38. Arizona State beat TCU 27-24. Illinois, with Coach Brett Bielema, who was a former Razorback coach, he was terrible at Arkansas. Anyway, Illinois beat USC 34-32. Notre Dame beat the Hogs 56-13. That's pathetic. Georgia Tech beat Wake Forest 30-29. Vandy beat Utah State 55-35. We're back in the action. We'll go through some in-game scores here in just a minute. Brenner is up to bat. Here's the pitch. Kind of half swung. Henry scores on the play, and Brenner gets thrown out. So Brenner gets the job done. RBI ground out. Pirates lead 7-2. Washington is leading Ohio State 3-0. LSU is beating Ole Miss 7-0 with a minute 47 left in the first quarter. Brings up Luke Lunar-Landers, a.k.a. the White Michael Jordan. High and foul. First baseman making his way over. It looked like the ump wanted to catch that for a second. Indiana is beating Iowa 7-3 with 11:05 left in the second quarter. And that is it for the college football scoreboard. Some more decent games today. Probably the biggest game is Penn State, Oregon at 6:30 tonight. Here's the pitch. Gets to the screen for a ball. Georgia, Alabama used to be a big game, but Alabama is not very good this year, so that's not much of a big game. Here's the pitch. Luke hits that one high out into left field. Left fielder comes over, gets underneath it, makes the catch for out number 3. But not before the Pirates do some serious damage. They score 7 runs on actually not that many hits. There were a lot of errors and walks, but 7 runs on a handful of hits. We head into the top of the third inning. Pirates 7, Scorpions 2. Scorpions are getting an earful from their coach. Tell them, look, if you drop a ball, it's not an out. If you catch a ball, it is an out. And if we get outs, we get out of an inning. I don't know what he's telling them. I think you guys know me by now. All right, we got some defensive changes. Travis is making his way out to the mound. Clint is behind the plate. Dash is at third. Brenner is at short. Luke is at second. Henry's at first. Preston's in right. Ty is in center. And Kelby is in left. Well, folks, we haven't really talked a whole lot about it, but the Pirates are no longer the Pirates. They're the team formerly known as Pirates. So sometime over the summer, something happened, and the owner, I don't know if he's an owner, I don't know what you call yourself if you're running a nonprofit organization. I think the Pirates were a nonprofit organization. I don't know, they may not even have had an organization, like entity. Anyway, Troy was his name. Is his name. I don't know him. I just know of him. But he decided he didn't want to run the organization anymore. And so it folded up shop and got folded into Marucci, which is an elite program. Or so they say. But seems elite. At least that's what they call themselves. Anyway, Troy folded up shop. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. Great throw there by Clint. I haven't had a chance to talk to Troy, but I think if I did, I would ask him why he just left me standing alone in a world that's so cold. It's probably what I would ask him. All right, here we go. Travis working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. Travis takes a deep breath. That's hit softly down the first baseline. Henry fields it, but it's foul. Great effort there by Henry. It's on the outside corner. For strike 2. Two count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Travis steps off. Didn't like what he was seeing. Didn't like what he was feeling. I don't know what it was, but he didn't like it, so he stepped off. Here's the pitch. That's hit hard, but right at Luke. He gets down on it, fields it, makes the throw to get out number 2. Henry chooses not to throw it around. I'm not sure why Henry's not throwing around. I think maybe because he doesn't play a whole lot of first base. So he's not quite sure what to do. 2 outs. I think. No, that's maybe just one out. And then strike one. See, folks, I'm telling you, I'm losing it. I'm losing my touch. One out. I'm losing my touch. I think it's because I'm getting old. I just turned 41, I guess right at a week ago. And my brain doesn't work like it did when I was 40. 1-1. Well, if you didn't join us for the first game, but you're joining us now, hold on, let's call this pitch first. Foul ball off the end of the bat. Off the knob of the bat. That is the luckiest play in baseball right there if you're a pitcher. Unluckiest if you're a hitter. Should have hit him, but it hit the bat instead. So anyway, if you didn't join us, if you weren't with us earlier, I love Rockwood Park and we're out here. Here's the pitch. It's hit high. Luke's going to get underneath that. He calls it, makes the catch for out number 2. Oh, good. You're my one viewer on YouTube? Perfect. Hey, if anybody needs a drink, I got a ton of them back here. Yeah, sorry, folks. If you're listening, you can hear me digging through my ice chest and telling people that we got drinks. Most of them are non-alcoholic. We do have a couple beers in here if anybody wants a beer. But if you're listening to me, we got some beer in here if you want some. Okay. That's how we roll here at KNOW. If you know, you know. I'm going to have a Celsius because I need some energy. I need an upper, not a downer. All right, folks. I've switched spots. I hope my mic is still working. It is. Switch spots. See if this is good luck or not. I had to change where I was calling the game, folks, because none of my jokes were landing. Nobody was laughing at any of my jokes, so I'm hoping to get some laughs when I'm over here.
Oh. Do y'all want to go up in the box? Is it sunny in there? You want to go up in the box for shady?
All right, folks. KP Kelby Pittman, followed by Travis, a.k.a. the Rock Jock. I don't know who's up third this inning.
I don't. I have one.
Kelby fouls that one off. Strike one. happening here, folks. The pole is in the way. The pole is blocking our view. I don't know what. I guess Kelby fouled that off himself.
On the pole back. So no. Alright, 2A, nobody better, let's go. Drive it.
1-1 pitch is on the way.
I told you he doesn't like the looks and
Ball 2.
I told him. Oh, that one's fun. I like that one.
Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Go, Cal. For my friendly. No. OU has a vibe.
Here's the pitch. Kelby wanted to swing at that one, but he didn't because it was at his eyeballs. Here's the pitch. In there for called strike 3.
Okay, Cal. Alright.
That brings up Travis, aka the Rock Jock. He hit one hard up the middle last time. He had an RBI single. He smoked the ball, almost took the pitcher's head off. He's going to be looking to hit something just as hard this time.
Okay, we'll watch it. I love those Halloween movies.
That's upstairs into the screen, ball 1. Travis fields it and throws it back to the pitcher. He's just keeping his arm loose, folks. Just making sure he's ready to go next inning. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 2. Well, it sounds like the Colts are playing somewhere else in... Here's the pitch. The Colts team that we played last game is playing somewhere else in this complex because I can hear their music.
Isn't there a little
There's
table
the
up there
pitch.
you'd like to set them on?
Outside gets to the screen, ball 4. Travis sprints down to first. He's earned a lot of walks today. I think it's at least his second, but I think that may be his third walk of the day.
Maybe what will Kobe be for Halloween? Yeah. It's gonna be Roomy from the K-pop Demon Runner. Yep. There's a lot of Roomy. Because you know how I do the hair.
All right, folks. The Colts music is so loud. Preston is dancing to it right now. Travis. The tag. Throw was in time. Tag was not good. And Travis is safe. That was a great throw there by the catcher's got a cannon. He is giant, though. Here's the pitch. That one gets to the screen.
Good job, Trav.
Travis is on third base. So Clint's got a 2-0 count. He's going to be looking to hit something hard somewhere. Oh, Clint fouls that one straight back and out of play. I probably would have made that play too, folks, but I'm not standing up. I need to stand up so I can make some of these plays. Pitcher comes set. Travis has got his lead. Here's the pitch. Ball 3. 3-1. Runner on third base, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. The team formerly known as Pirates lead by 5, 7-2. Here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks.
Go Preston. Good job, Clint.
For the team. That brings up Preston, a.k.a. the Lumberjack. He's going to be looking to chop some wood.
I love that. Are y'all cracking up that he's going to wear this shirt he said all season? Oh, I love that. Represent.
Runners on the corners. Clint takes off. Throw is high. No throw down. And there are runners on second and third. 1 out. Preston calls time as he gets into the batter's box. 1-0 count. He's going to be looking to hit something hard somewhere. Here's the pitch.
Good eye.
Wow. That was
You called it a strike.
That was letter high. That was a really bad call. Based on how he's called the rest of the game, that was a horrible call. Here's the pitch. Preston hits that one off the ground. Pitcher makes the play at first, but not before a run scores. So Preston did a good job.
Good RBI, Preston.
Getting the RBI. Clint advances to third, and that's going to bring up Dash,
Good job, boys.
a.k.a. the artist.
Oh, it's right here. Literally got it's on this side.
Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball 1. Here's the pitch. In there for called strike 1. Dash is still rocking the gold-lined American flag batting gloves. I really like those things. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs for ball 2. 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs, ball 3. To Dash. He's going to be looking for a pitch he can drive. Good cut there. Swing and a miss, but that was a good swing. Full count.
Good eye.
Ball 4. So Dash draws a 2-out walk. We got runners on the corners. That brings up Henry Poole. He is here. If you haven't seen that movie, watch it. Good.
Go Hen.
Henry's 2 for 2 on the day. He's been caught stealing. Dash takes off. Here's the pitch. It's dropped. And Clint, with good heads-up base running, scores. And Dash advanced all the way to third. So Dash just stole 2 bases on 1 pitch. That's going to be a Pirate first, folks. Remember that, because there's going to be a trivia question at some point in the future. Who is the first and only Pirate to steal 2 bases on 1 pitch? Here's the 1-0. That's upstairs, ball 2.
Go Hen.
In the dirt, ball 3. Didn't look like Henry got the take sign, so we'll see. See what happens here. Here's the pitch. Pop that one straight back and out of play. Strike one. So he did not have the take sign. Here's the pitch. Henry hits that one high and deep. It is off the top of the fence. Henry in there with a stand-up double. He hit the top of the fence.
I thought it was out. I know. I was like, jump in. I know.
Sorry, folks, if you heard a slap on the microphone, it's because my wife almost knocked me off of the bleachers.
You got to see the intense Andrea that day.
That brings up Ty the hit guy, Brockman. He's got a 1-0 count. Henry with a stand-up 2-out double. Here's the pitch. Ty hits that one hard in the hole. Henry's going to round third, and he is going to try and score. There's going to be a play. No. Chose not to slide. Running like a baby giraffe, and he is safe. All right, I heard it, folks. I was waiting to hear someone say weight room. I'm glad that at least one person in the dugout said weight room. So I'll be telling them that when we drive home today, weight room. Good hard hit baseball by Ty. He's at second base, traded spots with Henry. That brings up Brenner, a.k.a. Vlad Guerrero the third. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, ball one. I went kind of back, halfway back. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Brenner lays off the high fastball. 3-0. Brenner has shown a tremendous amount of discipline at the plate recently. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 4. So runners at first and second, 2 outs. Pirates have scored 4 this inning so far. Scorpions coach makes his way out to the mound. Excuse me, folks. Scorpions coach makes his way out to the mound. He's going to tell his pitcher, man, you just didn't throw enough strikes. If you'd have thrown more strikes, you'd have got more outs. If you got more outs, we wouldn't be in this predicament. All right, so no pitching change. I don't think that's what he told him. I think he just told him, you know what? You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep going. They got someone working in the bullpen. They're looking to make the AT&T call to the bullpen here in a little bit. Here's the pitch. That one's hit to the third. throw down there by Dash. He might get another assist on the day. He had an assist last week. Threw a kid out at second. I'm looking for, well, maybe Travis is going to shut him down 1, 2, 3, and then we don't have to worry about that. Oh, we just got a question about Mac. We're going to have a puppy update here in just a minute. Travis comes set. Here's the pitch. Off the hands to Ty. Travis makes his way over. That was perfect execution of PFPs, folks. They work on that, obviously, in practice because it's pitcher fielding practice. But, man, PFP executed to perfection right there. Good job, Travis, getting in on the hitter's hands. Ty fields it, flips it to Travis, who's covering first base, out number 1. That one is hit softly down the third baseline, foul. Strike 1. So puppy update. Puppy is 9 months old. He's 115 pounds. He's still looking for a new home. If anybody knows of anyone who wants a gigantic dog, the most lovable giant that you've ever met, he will be free and we'll even send you half a bag of food. Here's the pitch. That's hit hard out in the center field. Brenner makes his way in, unable to get there, but does a great job of keeping it in front of him. So puppy is free to a good home. Half a bag of food will come with it. First takes off, throws in the dirt. Dash fires a strike down. I think it actually was such a good throw. It hit the base runner in the knee right at the bag. So good throw there by Dash. Runner is safe. 1 out. Scorpions have a runner on second base. Travis steps off. Dash makes a throw down to third. Kelby unable to come up with it, and the runner is safe. The throw beat the runner by at least 3 steps, so it would have been out. It was always going to be tough to field that one, but good job there by Dash, working behind the hitter, throwing down to third.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. 2-1 count.
Did you get like a big...
Here's the pitch. Outside ball 2.
The trap.
Sorry, 3-1 is in the dirt for ball 4. So Scorpions have runners on the corners. All right, folks, they've got the play on. Let's see if Preston knows how to run it. Runner steals second, so the 8:22 play did not come to fruition. We will not know if Preston knew how to run that play. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Scorpions hitter chasing the high heat, and Travis blew it by him. 0-1. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 2.
Great pitch, Chap.
That one crossed Dash up. ended up catching it like it was in the dirt, but it hit him right in the chest. But he caught it. Strike 2. There's the pitch. In the dirt. Good stop there by Dash. That one's hit over Preston's head at second. That's going to get out to the fence. Cutting 3. No, Henry able to get to it in time and keeps the runner at second. Looked like he was rounding second hard. Two RBI double there for Scorpion base, for the Scorpion hitter, not the base runner. So we got a pitching change. Kelby is going to be taking the mound. Travis's day is done. He did a great job. He moves over to third base. The rest of the infield is behind Kelby on a knee. Tell you what, these boys are elite. I don't care who knows it. They are elite. All right, folks, we had a major problem here. Sisters are bead making in the press box, and they have dropped the charm in between the boards of the press box. It's underneath the press box now, but there's a wasp nest under there. So, major problem. Hopefully the sisters will figure it out. We got volleyball going on behind us, folks. Here's Kelby's first pitch. In there for a strike. Dash with a great throw down, just not quite in time. It looked like he bobbled it a little bit, transferring it from his glove. Another good throw. Strike 1. Runner on third base. Good stop there by Dash. Kelby Kelby takes a look at the runner on third. Here's the pitch. That got him. Got him. Hit by a pitch right in the ankle bone. That does not feel good, folks. Does not feel good getting hit on any bone with baseball. That hurts real bad. Muscle hurts enough. It hurts real bad when you get hit on a bone. All right, well, we got two moms looking for the bead over there. It was a glow-in-the-dark bead. It was very valuable. So hopefully they find it and don't get stung, but they might get stung. We'll see what happens. E77. I think Coach Ben just makes up numbers. I think they only have one actual play. There's runners on first and third. I think Ben just makes up numbers to make the other team think that they've got multiple plays. I'm not positive on that. We'll talk to him about it after the game. We'll see how this play goes, and I'll be able to tell you. But expect Preston to cut across the middle. No. Moms did save the day, folks. Newsflash, moms saved the day. They did not get stung by a wasp. Found the glow-in-the-dark bead. So it's very important. There was only two of those glow-in-the-dark beads. That's hit high out into right field. Luke makes his way over, makes a great play, and a great throw, too. Good defensive work out there by Luke. All right, I've gotten word that I'm maybe a little bit quiet, but I think that we're good. Yeah, I think it is just you, Emily. If you're listening, I think it's just you, because when I turn on the YouTube, I can hear myself just fine. Today's game is brought to you by Photography by Emily. She's our main sponsor this year. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt for a ball. Photography by Emily, making ugly people look pretty since 2015. All right, runner on third base, 2 outs. That was a good pitch there. I don't know where that missed.
That looks good, Kelby.
Frio. There's the pitch. All 4.
You got this, Kelby.
So runners on the corners. Let's see. Turns out the Pirates do have different plays, different names. B12 is called, folks. B12. B12.
Help right here, bud.
See what B12 is. Last one was a first to third pick. All right, runner steals without a throw. Lefty hitter at the plate. Nice little breeze coming in. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. On the inside corner for strike 1. You know what I've noticed, folks, is youth hitters these days do not like inside pitches. I think part of it is because most of them are hanging out over the plate, so they don't like the inside pitch, but throw to first. Sorry, fake throw to third. Good job there by Kelby holding the base runner on. Here's the pitch. Good stop there by Dash. 2-1.
right here, bud. You got this, bud. Go after your batter.
Cowboys throw over to third. Good throw, not in time. Hit someone, missed him. Barely. It barely missed him, folks. Here's the pitch.
Great pitch, Cal.
It's hit to Preston at second base. He fields it, makes the throw for the third out of the inning.
That boys.
Is the ball game. I was not expecting that. I thought we would get one more at bat, but Pirates win 12-5. Thanks for joining us. We will be coming at you tomorrow. I don't know where we're going to be. Hopefully back at Rothwood because I love this place. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, photography by Emily, making pretty ugly people pretty since 2015. We'll see you next time.